Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages. For the folk in the back who couldn't get a ticket to the front, this is special for you because y'all the real fans. Hey, we here. It's around the mat. It's the Raw review, and this episode is semi-special. Even though we couldn't be there in person, we was there in spirit. Monday Night Raw was live from the championship city of all championship cities, Kansas City, Missouri. You see the banners in the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Came to Championship City to finish the draft. And what else could we ask for? Last year, the NFL draft was here. WWE said, hey, we got to take the draft to Kansas City too. So you're welcome, America. You're welcome, Kansas City. You're welcome, everybody. I'm
Yeah,
that dude
yeah.
with the beard, and this is my host, my co-host. I'm sorry, this is my man here, my man right here. Code Nameless, the coldest of the cold, with the faceless. He was faceless, but he's still nameless. So
What's
now you got
going
a
on,
Facebook
folks?
without a name.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. Yes. Dude with the beard, thank you very much, man. Yo, Monday night was cracking.
Was cracking,
Was cracking.
to
I thought
say
it
the
was going to be
least.
another, shoe in, just try to get some drafts in, a little bit here, a little bit there. Nah. Monday night, man, they had me fill up 2.5 pages worth of notes. So we got a lot to talk about today.
We
Absolutely.
do.
And I'm
We
excited to get it started. So whenever you ready, my G.
Oh no, dude, yeah, you got it. Like, I'm gonna walk us in, and I'm gonna let you drive.
Yes, sir.
We open Monday Night Raw as we should. Shot of the T-Mobile Center. Shot of the backdrop. That's downtown Kansas City, if you didn't know, because you probably never been to a championship city. I grew up here. uh, we pull up. Maybach music. Patrick Mahomes jumping out with Logan Paul, who is a perennial favorite on this show. Logan Paul gets no disrespect here because who you got wrestling? Who you want to jump on? Because I bet Logan Paul could beat him. So there's that. Dude, Logan Paul jumping out the whip with Pat Mahomes, the best quarterback in the NFL. Shout out to my boy, Mr. KC, my co-host for all the football talk. You see the banners in the back. You see the little cover in the back over my shoulder. Hold on, look over your shoulder, honey. Michael Jackson. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Look, jumped out the whip, met Judgment Day in the parking lot. I said, boy, if Judgment Day has Logan Paul, it is judgment on WWE. But that's a whole nother story. And with that, I'm gonna let Les take the reins because I would talk about this for 45 minutes just off the strength of him pulling up with the coldest quarterback in NFL history.
You
Logan
goddamn right.
Paul,
Very
your
first note.
stock is rising.
Yes, sir. Logan Paul shows up. I show speed, hops out the trunk of the Maybach.
He sure did. They said he teleported. I said, no, he got out the trunk.
He got out the trunk of the Maybach. Patrick Mahomes swoops in. Logan Paul, they look dapper as hell, champions. You damn right. He runs into Damian Priest. Damian Priest daps him up. What's going on? Hey, that championship looks mighty good on you, Mr.
It looked
Paul.
good on you. I
Yes,
held it
sir.
once. And as a former champ, I can say it does look pretty good on you.
You
Yes,
damn right.
sir.
Um, Logan Paul real quick takes a jab at Jay Uso. He's like, "Hey man, I know you're gonna beat that ugly Uso brother. What's his name? Jay. You got him wrapped up at Backlash." Um, and they head to the arena. The arena opens up. Very first person that we see come out is announced as Miss Becky Lynch coming out with her tights
My
held.
man,
I was saying we just start off with champions all around,
we
huh?
got to do it. Because look, folks, when you got gold, sometimes you just got to show it, baby. You just got to
I'm
show
trying to
it.
tell
You
you,
got it.
so we saw championship gold for about 15 minutes off the top of the show.
And that's how you should start any show if you're gonna start a show. And I do it twice a show, y'all. In the words of my boy Jr. By God, by God.
Becky Lynch comes out, she cuts a promo saying the man was born right here in Kansas City. She
She
pointed up to the steps
was.
like 6 years ago, right up there. I stood on the steps bleeding.
She
And
did.
I remember. I was like, oh yeah, thank you for the shout out. I remember. You
And see,
born here.
That's what I'm saying. And shout out to the man for paying homage. That's the big reason why I'm the fan. The man, like she said, the man was born here. We was there. Mo, she was born in it, molded by it. We almost got her anointed in gate sauce. Becky Lynch is forever. Welcome to the barbecue in Kansas City.
Damn right. Liv Morgan comes out right in the middle of the promo, comes on down to the ring, just looking as fine as can be. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan, bro. She
Yeah,
just
man. You know, I like me some Levon save myself.
like Liv on say, yes, man. Yeah, she comes out to the ring and tells Becky just a couple of truths. Hey, Becky, you always talking about needing a number one contender, but I'm right here, and it's because of me that you got that title around you. If I hadn't have done what I did to Rhea Ripley, you wouldn't have that belt right now. So you basically owe me that title shot.
And
Becky acknowledged it. She was like, "Yeah, yeah, I game recognize game. Game will recognize game."
gotta get that bloodline moment. She definitely acknowledged it, and that's why Becky Lynch forever the man, dude. Anyway, I'm sorry.
She
Go
ain't
ahead.
gonna take nothing away from nobody. She gonna give you props where it's due. Liv Morgan definitely put her in that position to win that title.
Man, I'm trying to tell
Absolutely.
you.
But Nia Jax comes out and makes her
Looking
entrance. She comes
scrumptious,
out
by the way.
looking delicious, coming out in that SmackDown blue uniform. Points out that she's not that she's going to SmackDown and
Drafted to the superior show, as she said.
drafted to the Superior brand. And she said, "But since tonight is my last night on Raw, I'm taking one of you with me."
That's
And
what I'm
before she
saying.
can get into the ring, Liv Morgan stepped up and said, "Drop kick right through the ropes." And said, "If you're looking for a challenger, I accept." I said, "Oh shit,
She's
okay, Liv
stepping up.
Morgan."
But I do want to point out though that Kansas City, I'm ashamed of y'all for not giving Nia Jax the love and support and all the benevolence that she deserved coming out. Cause she even had to say, she said, Kansas City, y'all are extra rude. Like
Extra
I'm
rude.
trying to tell you, cause if I was there, y'all would have heard me over the camera. Nia, baby, I love you. I'm getting married tonight. I got the ring right here. Like, stop playing. Dude, how dare y'all not give Nia her props, man? We forever KC, but man, come
Hey,
on now.
I don't know what was going on with the beer. I guess it must have not been flowing right because niggas was extra mad about Nia Jax coming out. That's not how we do it around here.
That's not in the book.
That's not in the book. Um, so Liv Morgan throws her head in. She's like, "You ain't even got to. I'll take you on, big fella. I'll fight you."
Right, for real. The unjumpable Nia Jax. She on her Sheamus. Yeah, I'll take you on, big fella.
Yeah, I was like, I said, "This Liv, I can't believe you stepped up. Not only did you step up, you prevented her from getting in the ring to put hands on you. Took her mic. They took her microphone.
And
That
took
was
her
that was Nia
microphone.
Jax's microphone that she took to accept to throw herself in the challenge.
Hit her with the inside version of the drive by. You had to give her that
Hmm.
little drop kick. Yeah.
Nasty. Then we had Miss Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
You want to talk about scrumptious? It just kept getting from fine to the finer to the finest. Like Kansas City didn't disappoint. They brought all the what is we brought the baddies out.
Yeah, they brought the baddies out, and they knew they had to stunt. They better do something.
And you
Stephanie
heard what
McMahon came out.
you heard what she said about Kansas City. Stephanie Man love her from Kansas City.
Oh
Oh
yeah, 'cause she
boy.
know Gates right around the corner. She got to get that barbecue.
You ain't lying. I've been coming here since I was a kid.
She said,
I'm
"Let me
trying
go
to tell you.
ahead and get these draft picks out of the way so I can go get me some barbecue."
Right. I'm trying to tell you because the order already put in. I ain't trying to let it get cold.
You trying
Yeah.
right? I got that short stack on deck right now.
Right. Tell me what you got. I need a short end, beef on bun, turkey on bun, and I need some short ends to go.
I need the
Good
potato
night.
salad and the macaroni salad on the side, please.
Right. On the side, right. You gotta say please, because we rude out here. You say you need what?
Huh?
Until they hear that please, okay, now the
Got
order going in.
got you.
You gotta say please from the jump, boy. You almost got a bag to go in there, and they'll give you a
Absolutely.
couple pickles for my pickle fans out there.
Woo.
Shout out to MJF, my dog, another pickle fan.
There you go.
Anyway, Stephanie
Stephanie
Man did
McMahon
come out
comes.
looking oh so scrumptious though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
No,
Q.
you good.
You know,
She
you know when
did
I
come
get
out
caught.
looking delicious, dipped in that crushed blue.
I'm like Uncle Ruckus, boy. When I see Stephanie McMahon, I get that fever. I can't.
Right. You wake up and you don't know what you done done.
I don't know what I done. God. Woo. Anyway, yes, Lord.
Stephanie, she comes out to do the first round picks of the night, and I thought about it. We said it last week. Number one overall Raw draft pick was Gunther,
Let's
and I
go.
guess Ludwig Kaiser because he's part of the Imperium.
Impaired.
But
and
Gunther was the number one draft pick on Monday Night Raw.
and
Uh,
and, and shout out to Gunther and Raw for retaining that pick, but me and Cole both know, and the fans will see shortly enough, he should have went to SmackDown, man. Gunther on SmackDown with Imperium with 3 titles there he ain't never touched. It's nothing but opportunity, especially King of the Ring. He done already threw himself in.
yeah.
What a loss for SmackDown. What a game for Raw, or I guess a continual game for Raw, but
Well, it
good
had to be
Lord.
Gunther because they knew dang good and well that SmackDown's number one draft pick was Jade Cargill. Oh,
It
she
was,
said the storm is coming to smack it down.
and when we both knew that, we know she wasn't talking about Orso. Shout out to X-Men 97. We talking about Jay Cargill, baby. And me, y'all saw last week, me and Cole talked about this heavily, man, because we talked about did the contract play in, come into play with that kind of thing. She's going to SmackDown or Raw. But like we like Les said, and we end up coming to the agreement on it's got to be a draft pick situation.
Yeah,
So Jade
yeah.
Yam Gill on to SmackDown, which almost put us in a position to make me make a pick early, but we'll still do that pre-show before Backlash this weekend, y'all. Um, I'm gonna sit on it because I was just gonna
Get
say it.
on it.
I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna sit on it. Yeah, let's take it away because I can't hold it. You got to change
All
subject.
right. Raw's number two pick in the first round. They chose Kyrie Zane, Io Sky,
Io Sky, yes sir,
uh-huh, Oscar,
and
and
my
and
girl,
and your girl.
and my girl.
Dakota
You
Kai's your girl?
Well, I've been a fan of Dakota Kai. You know I used to rock with her a little bit. I know she wasn't ever she's my Dolph Ziggler. A lot of people used to like Dolph Ziggler. She's my Dolph Ziggler, except I know she ain't never gonna touch no belt.
She might. She might. If she keep hanging around with them killers and them sharks, nigga,
She
she
gonna have to
might.
do something because my only thing is now. Oh God, you almost let me back in to talk about it. Cause, cause them kills and them sharks, they gotta go see some gods here this weekend.
Right, nigga, they gotta go see some humpback whales in that deep blue. Nigga, you
Oh,
goddamn right.
so they got to go see some orcas. Y'all seen Free Willy? Orca, the most dangerous whale on the planet, killing great white sharks daily,
For
knocking them
fun.
off. Look,
For fun. Do it for fun. But
look,
yeah,
y'all.
Raw
Well, you know what?
obtained
Well, I'm
all of
gonna do
them.
it.
Yeah,
This is bold predictions, even though it's the round the map prediction. This is what we stand on. This is who we are. I'm gonna do it right now, and this is the
go
only
ahead.
pick I'm gonna do. I guarantee goddamn T. And sorry for my Facebook family and YouTube family, Rumble family. You know what it is because we always are rated. I guarantee goddamn T. Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair are walking away from Backlash Tag Team Champions. You can call little Annie. You can bet your bottom dollar that on Sunday or Saturday, whatever day it is. I gotta look Saturday more likely.
I believe it's
It's
Saturday.
over.
Yeah, yeah.
It's over. But y'all see the watch party, and that's the only pick I'm making right now. It's over. It's
Yep,
Yam Gill and
yep,
and the EST of yams, as far as I'm concerned.
yep.
Y'all know it,
We getting some new women's tag team champions. That's for damn sure.
and
Uh,
that's for sure right on.
so damage control, all of damage control gets drafted over to Raw. And for the final pick in the first round, SmackDown retains Kevin Owens.
Heaven
So
knows.
we had Gunther and Damage Control going over to Raw, Jay Cargill and Kevin Owens coming over to SmackDown. Those are the first round picks. After those picks came through, we had a quick match between Gunther and Xavier Woods from the New Day.
And just real quick, man, let's talk about that match here before we end up inevitably moving on because it was a quick match. Dude, shout out to Xavier Woods, King of the Ring. Already got his name in the ring for the match. I don't know if he get revenge on Gunther at that point in time, but by God, if Gunther ain't the ring general like we keep saying,
That boy, oh my God. Right
he
before the
hit this
commercial
man
break,
with a single crab, turned it into a STF, then turned it into a STF crossface. Bro, I have never seen it. I have never seen it, dude. Bro,
Gunther was about to break that leg off. it
dude,
was at,
it
it was in the middle of the match where Xavier Woods was trying to get back into the ring and Gunther kicked him and his leg got twisted into the ropes and Gunther went to town on that. The referee couldn't stop it with a 5 count. Gunther slid out of the ring real quick, came back around, chopped the leg, worked on it all through the commercial break. When he came back, you just seen him just tearing that knee up to the point where Kofi Kingston ran to the ring announcer, was like, give me a towel, I'm about to throw it in. And Xavier Woods screaming, no, I can do it. I can do it. Oh, you can do it, huh? All right. He sat down on that Boston crab, that half crab, wrenched that shit back, and then transitioned into that STF with the crossface, his hands all backwards. Oh, it was deadly. It was deadly. Xavier Woods couldn't do nothing but tap, or you had that leg ripped all the way off, and his
as soon as he locked it in and he yanked back on that crossface, but at the same time leaning forward with his bottom half, I said, "Bro, it's a wrap, bro. You about to be a what's they call them joints in the mall, them Annie's pretzels or whatever they call them. It's a wrap, bro. Like get this man some butter. He's dipped. It's
he
over,
should have tapped a lot earlier because now I'm afraid if King of Ring tournament starts next week,
man.
and you might not be well enough to
He
even participate.
man, he's affected for sure.
Mm,
That,
mm,
that
mm.
that kind of damage lingers. So
Yes, it does. Yes, it
big
does.
shout out to the heart of Xavier Woods for that. But man,
Good God,
good
Gunther.
God Almighty, it was like it's like the boy who's the white man that had the chin. Just like James Ellsworth versus Braun Strowman. Like, why would you even do it?
Mm, mm, mm. So Gunther definitely wins that match by submission. No outside interference necessary from Ludwig. And they did mention that Ludwig's partner was up for grabs. I didn't see him on the draft. Maybe he got drafted afterwards, but as far as I'm concerned, I guess
He's out of there.
he's out of there, or he's hurt and he couldn't be part of the draft. I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense. But we'll get to that in a minute. Um, Jay Uso, real quick, says cuts a quick promo. Says, "Oh, Logan Paul is out there talking stuff. Oh man, I know it's draft night, but I wish we would have drafted a brother that has a win streak." And I looked
Right,
around. I said, "Who is he talking about? The U.S. champion that ain't been defeated yet? Because that's
right,
the win streak if I've ever seen. What are you talking about?
right.
Logan Paul's constantly winning matches."
And that's why he's always the little ugly brother, man. And we mess with Jimmy on here. Bloodline, original bloodline, man. Good night.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's why he go home with Naomi, and he go home by himself. I
And he
don't know
feels
what
the
else to
glove.
say.
He feels the glove.
Man, without a doubt, without a doubt.
Logan Paul and Nacho Speed come out to announce the second round picks, which was crazy because Logan Paul is an active member of the rosters, but how somehow, some way, they said, "Hey, Logan, we're going to give you these exclusive names. Why don't you go out there with your little homeboy and say who we pick?" And Logan Paul said, "I accept."
Man,
He came out to announce the second round draft picks. Uh, Raw's first pick in the second round was CM Punk,
CM Junk. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. And
which is
if you're
why
new
I'm
to the
saying
show, go ahead. I'm sorry, Les.
he's injured. Why would you waste a draft pick on him so early in the show? He's injured. There ain't no telling when he's coming back. So Ludwig Kaiser's partner, if he is injured, he just didn't get drafted. That's all I can say. That's a bad look on you. I don't even remember his name.
It's something Boscaccio, something Venecia. He's trash. It don't matter. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Uh, SmackDown turns around and takes the entirety, the Pride, Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, and what's that girl's name?
NXT girl.
Yeah, NXT girl, something with a B.
Something
I
I
haven't seen
forgot.
her in the ring ever since she joined the Pride, so I don't remember who she is. But she does. He does. The more important thing is they get the Almighty Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
Right. Most importantly.
After that, a surprise pick out of nowhere. Didn't see this coming by a long shot. Raw picks up Braun Strowman, the monster among monsters. I said, what? Braun Strowman is back. Not only is he back, he's drafted to Raw. Oh man. I said, okay. Well, that makes up for them losing Jay Cargill because they had to get a monster somewhere.
And no, yeah, you're not lying. And this led us into one of the best segments of the show because, like I said, this thing was live here from Kansas City. You see the banner over my shoulder, Championship City. Uh, Braun Strowman had the audacity to walk up on Championship Mahomes, and like something was gonna happen. And I don't know if Braun Strowman's blind, but Patrick Mahomes came
We'll
with
get
my
we'll get
boy
to the,
Chris.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that because that's coming up right next. That's coming up right next. And then, in my opinion, the pick of the round, SmackDown went ahead and snatched up or retained Tiffany Stratton, and I said, "There you go, there
And
you
that's what I
go.
said too. I said that's the way to come back. Because
That's how you
Raw,
do it." Oh, y'all got Braun Strowman? Well, guess what? We taking the center of the universe with us. So now you got a Storm and the center of the universe and Bianca Belair all on the same show. It's about to be a problem over there in the SmackDown's women division, bro.
no, it's more than a problem.
Nia Jax.
Thank you. I was about to say because Nia Jax, she's got that championship coming soon. That title is TBD. Um, Bailey gonna have a defense or two, but in this situation, especially because the pick that I made earlier, which I'm sure you 100% on, with Jade Yam Gill and Bianca
Mhm,
Yam Lair winning them titles,
absolutely.
it's Nia Jax time. It's the
Yep.
perfect time to make her champion.
Yep. Let's get these women's titled up, man. But what dude with the beard was saying definitely happened in this next segment. Logan Paul, after all the business was taken care of, says Damian Priest is going to beat Jey Uso because he's incapable of winning a title by himself. And Jey Uso comes out to talk all that stuff, talking about he's going to give Logan Paul a yeet down, yeet this and yeet that. Logan Paul said it best, said there's two words in this fool's vocabulary. It's yeet and Uso. Shut up, stupid.
Right. And Logan Paul didn't drop nothing but truth because I said this on the show a couple weeks ago. We talked about it, and we've been talking about it. Matter of fact, we've been talking about it since before WrestleMania. I said, bro, Jey Uso ain't. I just don't picture him winning no title outside of unless his brother on the other side in his tag. Like, and it's nothing against him and his professional prowess and none of that. Go link up with your brother, man. You got your lane. Stay in it, man. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, you don't let Roman main event you, get your chest all puffed out, man. And you keep trying. You keep trying. I'll give you that. You keep trying, sir.
And how many L's he done took so far?
I mean, he only takes L's when it comes down to the championship match because he wins everything else.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But when it matters, Just
I
like
think
what
what
Roman,
three?
just like what Roman Tony said, you think you can beat me, Jay? Little Jay. When it matters the most, you gonna beat somebody who already got the belt, bro. They're already 10 steps ahead of you, bro. I don't think I don't think Jay Uso could have took the Intercontinental Championship off the Miz if he was champion. It's just what it
Probably not. Probably
is.
not. Miz probably wouldn't let that happen.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, like, bro, good night, man. And I
But,
mean, and you know me, I'm a fan of the MCL busting Usos, but not a Uso. I need the S on the end. Souls.
right,
You
it's
need both of them.
Uso Penitentiary.
It's
Mm.
BOFFUM, both of them. It ain't a Uso penitentiary. It's the
Damn right.
Usos.
Uh, while Logan Paul was rebuttaling Jay's incompetence, uh, real quick in the background, you see Finn Balor and JD McDonough making their way to the ring, and once again, Jay Uso's spider sense must have been tingling because as soon as they got up on the ring, he turned around and witnessed both of them. It was like, okay, all right, well then, let's go. Yeet through the
Right.
microphone, try to hit a super kickoff. Finn Balor wasn't having that. Put him down with the double leg takedown. Start beating his ass. While he was beating his ass, Logan Paul slides out of the ring, goes right over to Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes was taking off them championship rings, baby. All three of them. All
And
three of them.
and I gotta pause you right there because everybody on Twitter was going crazy. They said Patrick Mahomes is having a heel turn. I said no, Patrick Mahomes been heel at the beginning of the last football season. Y'all can go back on Bold Prediction Sports Media and we talk about it. I said in week 2 of the NFL, I said y'all gonna make Patrick Mahomes turn heel because y'all don't think he can do it by himself. And that's exactly what y'all did. Y'all created that monster. And you gotta remember, he's the co-owner of Prime. Of course he gonna give Logan Paul them rings. Good night,
Damn
bro.
right.
We're in the same boat. We out here, bro. My company just headlined WrestleMania. Take all three of these things and knock
Take
that
all three of these
motherfucker out.
things, nigga.
I'm trying to tell you, knock his ass out. I'm
Logan
like I
Paul
said,
floated that shit
if
up,
Logan
nigga.
Paul and Patrick Mahomes started the tag team right now, you might as well kiss them belts goodbye because they gonna get them one way or another, nigga.
Logan Paul's
Champions
walking
find a
out with
way to win.
championships.
You ain't
Mm,
lying, dude.
mm.
You ain't lying. So big shout
So,
out to my boy Pat Terrell sliding in the rings, and he came with the muscle. But we'll get to that in a second. You know,
yep. Uh, Logan Paul cocks that fist back with them championship rings. Jey Uso ducks out of the way, and JD McDonough takes it all in here. He takes all three of them rings, all in the face. Just again, the wrong place, wrong time, JD. I don't know when your time is, man. You should probably start looking to link up with Chad Gable and them and go to the Alpha Academy, get some dubs or some training under your belt, because it's not looking good for you. If anybody's getting broken up or thrown out, your hat has got to be number one.
it's got to be, and like I said, the little Hobbit who could is the moniker he should have, or who couldn't, because he's paid no dividends for the Judgment Day. And just like Damian Priest, big shout out to Damian Priest, who I've been a day one fan of. And we ain't saying all shit for accolades. You know, around the Master New Show, you got to know who we've been rocking with. I've been rocking with Damian Priest a long time because I'm a big believer of big men carrying belts. Like,
Yep,
I'm a firm believer of it. And once I seen Damon Priest come in, and then once he won that North American title, I said, "Oh, bro, he's gonna be a world champion one day. He's
yep.
got the charisma. He's the Latino Scott Hall. He's got everything you want." Like he told Jay, "You said we was next, but like I said, he was only half right because Damien was next."
Damian was
So,
next. Damn right.
so shout out to Damian Priest,
So
man,
you might be
all
able to
day.
green me under the table. They ain't got nothing to do with these championships, though. They gonna put the belt on
Right.
the shoulder.
Ain't got nothing to do with this strap. Because if we talking about hands tossing and skywalking, you already know what time it is.
Absolutely. So after JD gets knocked out, there was a funny little shot. I gotta give it to the cameraman because Finn Balor and Logan Paul was standing side by side, and then Jey Uso kind of crept into the middle. Was like, "Dang, he got knocked out." Finn Balor was like, "Yeah, he did."
he,
That's one.
he said, that's your boy, too. That's your partner.
That's your man. That's your man. Hey, let me see that championship ring. That one right
Oh,
there.
yeah. He told you, hey, boy, let me see that. I'm talking
Okay, Jay, get
classic,
off that.
bro. Good night.
Then all of a sudden, Braun Strowman choo-choos to the ring, nigga,
With the
takes a beeline
with the old ooh rah.
with the old raw, makes a beeline, choke slam. Oh my God, gave Finn Balor a nasty choke slam.
Dude, and when I watched it live, I said, "Bro, is this a delayed choke slam?" And after he hit him with it, Corey Graves said, "He said hit him with a delayed choke slam." I said, "Oh Lord!" I said, "I should have coined it in that 30 seconds because I've never seen a delayed choke slam." He said, "What? No, let me just okay."
Nasty
oh,
choke slam. Then
oh,
slides out of the ring to Logan Paul. Logan Paul hightails it up out of there, puts the jukes on him real quick, probably breaks through the crowd. He's like, "You better run." Then he walks past Patrick Mahomes and does the slow turn. Patrick Mahomes stands up like, "What? You want some of me?" And the muscle stands up next to him. "What?
I'm
You want
trying to
some of
tell
us?"
you, and when big shout out to Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith, like I said, Patrick Mahomes guards on the turf, and while we still on the turf in Kansas City, like I said, he ain't going nowhere without his guards. He lucky he didn't have a starting five with him. Like I said,
Jay
we had
Uso had
big.
to pull him back because you knew damn well you ain't gonna make it out of Kansas City. You touch Patrick Mahomes, nigga.
I'm trying to tell you, because not only is Trey Smith Creed Humphrey on you, I guarantee you everybody in the crowd is on your head. You're not right.
Everybody.
You will not make it out. You won't make it even up to the ramp, baby boy. You done touched the go. You done touched, bro. And big shout out to Patrick Mahomes. Like we said all the time, I said this on our weekly Wednesday show when we cover football and stuff. Patrick Mahomes could retire from the NFL today and run for mayor of Kansas City tomorrow, and he'll be mayor by fucking Friday. I guarantee it. He'd be mayor by Friday. Like
Yep.
so, he's Nino Brown of the town, man. Patrick Mahomes is the most untouchable dude on the planet. So, it,
Especially in Kansas City.
especially in Kansas City. Tell me you did what? Like I said, I'm just old women pulling up to your job, raise a blade in their person. Come here, honey, help me out my chair.
Now it's time to cut.
Tell this for Pat, huh?
Bone check, homie. Bone check.
Oh, like I said, you see the banners, man. Don't disrespect Championship City, man. But it is what it is. Braun Strowman, he luckily Jay saved him. He's
Jay
like, hey
Saban.
boy, you know, cut you be on a slab down here, boy. Don't do that.
Right. You need to come on back up this ramp, homie, and flex on him one time for the one time. That's exactly what
Man.
he did. Braun gave him the flex almighty, and they rolled out. Very next segment, we see R-Truth and Chad Gable shaking hands. Somehow Chad Gable done talked his boys into getting a tag team match. And Truth told Miz, was like, "Hey, he gave us a hell of a deal. He said we get one tonight and two later."
Boy, boy, and shout out to our truth because if you ain't following this man on social media or nothing, you're completely missing out. He took a picture with what's the boy name? I Show Speed.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Boy," he said, "I had the privilege of meeting KSI last night." And Rob broke. I said, our truth is forever a jewel, bro." He said, "I don't know who this nigga was." But I met him last night, and we gonna be friends forever. Look up for content in the future, bro. You don't even know who this dude is. Shout out to bro. We
Not
keep
knowing
telling
who he is.
people.
Oh my God. And then didn't know. He was like, "Man, I'm super excited. Did you know Miz tonight was the draft? And we might have a chance to play for the Kansas City Chiefs?"
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Ron Killings is a treasure, bro. That's why he's the longest tenured dude in WWE, man. He might low key be the goat. Like he's
Chad Gable,
oh
after Truth walks off, Chad Gable turns to Miz and says, "You got a hell of a negotiator right there." Miz goes, "Really? Really?" He's like, "I'm just telling you the truth." And then turns around to catch a haluva kick
I'm trying to tell you through the roof.
from Sami Zayn. Sami stood over him, threw the title on his shoulder, and walked off. I said, "Ooh, okay, Chad, you're going to have to retaliate on that shit. You're
You
going to
gotta
have
come see him
to."
about that because I run a whole academy and I got students. You ain't about to embarrass me in front of my class.
Right, I'm on this black on black on black. Okay, I'm coming to see you
Mhm.
about it. Very next segment, real quick. Booker T. was talking about all the big picks that they got already, and then started praising CM Punk, and out of nowhere, uh, uh, Drew McIntyre walks up on him
Yeah,
and
you
asks
hear
the
the
same
music.
question I asked. How the
Man,
hell you gonna get CM Punk, who's only had one match and got injured in that match, the match that I injured him in, and how is he
man,
drafted over me, who literally won the title at WrestleMania? Booker T had
man.
that quick comeback. You talk about the title belt you don't have right now. I said, but what about
Boy,
CM Punk? How y'all just gonna skip over CM Punk? This nigga
boy.
is injured every match. There's no telling when he's coming back, and y'all gonna pick him over Drew McIntyre? You're tripping. Y'all are tripping.
And this is what I be trying to figure out. It reminds me of the Hateful Eight. Shout out to Quentin Tarantino and Samuel L. Jackson. But CM Punk in this situation reminds me of Daisy Domergue. He's like, I don't know what kind of charms this bitch got because these motherfuckers they would brave a blizzard to say CM Punk is the best wrestler on the planet, and he can't even finish a match. So I've never been a fan. In full transparency, folks, I didn't watch wrestling in the CM Punk era, but I did have gone back and I reviewed. I've heard trust me, people I know tell me about it. There's nothing to be impressed by. He's L.A. Knight. He's a promo, and at this point, it's not even that good. Like I don't I just don't understand the infatuation with CM Punk. I don't understand it. He don't have the ring quality to show that. And like maybe because when WWE was in this most dire time, they gave this man a run that people feel like he's one of the best on the planet. But CM Punk is not even in the top 50 of wrestlers. Probably not even in the top 75, to be honest. And that's just what it is. And y'all can come at me in the comments. You come at me or this. We got a whole phone number. You can call in. It's just what it is, bro. Like the dude, I feel Drew. Like, bro, this dude is trash. He ain't have no belts here. Like since he came back, got hurt, and been on the shelf ever since. Just like in AEW, they force fed him the belt, and he had to give it up because he was hurt.
I don't know. I don't know what they was thinking. I was shocked. I was appalled. I'm 100% with Drew, and then even Drew was got in Booker T's face and said, "Man, I was there back in the day. I know how you really feel about CM Punk. You don't change, man. You don't change." And he walked off, and Booker T had to sit there and stew in it because everybody know Booker T don't like CM Punk. I don't know why you riding him so hard now. I guess it's all political. It's all politics. That's fine, whatever the case may be. If Booker T wants to politically say that CM Punk is a great get, fine. In my opinion, and dude with the beard's opinion, CM Punk, his juice ain't worth the squeeze, baby.
I'm trying to tell you, it's trash. Like, bro, the only juice this man got is coming at the bottom of the garbage bag, and that shit's been sitting there for a week and a half. Like, bro, he's trash. Like, bro, even on the show, like the first time I ever seen and look, and this is no cap. The first time I ever seen CM Punk wrestle, it was on a fucking Stars fucking TV show called Heels with the Green Arrow and my boy Bjorn Ironside. It's the first time I ever seen CM Punk wrestle on a TV show, and it was more impressive on the TV show than I've seen in actual wrestling matches. So you can't sit here and tell me that this man is a star, bro. I'm getting upset. I'm sorry,
All
folks.
right, well, let's move on past CM Punk then.
Please, I'm getting upset. Please,
Uh, Next match we had was Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn for the IC title, the Intercontinental Championship match. Bronson Reed was, in my opinion, handling Sami Zayn.
beyond measure. Yeah, it ain't your opinion. We all saw it.
He was handling Sami Zayn quite hurriedly. I said, Sami Zayn, man, hey, how many matches have you had for that title? Two? All right, it's about time to give it up. Go ahead and give it up. You don't finish your story, as they like to say around here in the
Man,
WWE. You done finished it. You done hugged your wife with the title and made you kiss your baby with the title. It's time to go ahead and give it
it's
up.
time to hang it on up.
And then Chad Gable made, in my opinion, a miscalculation. He was so incensed by that Haluta kick earlier that he slid in, during the match and German suplex Sami Zayn, disqualifying Bronson Reed. And I said, uh-oh, Chad, you done opened up a whole can of worms on your ass right now. Bronson Reed is not
Boy,
who you want breathing down your neck, brother.
I'm trying to tell you, you done brought problems that you definitely didn't need
And
when you
Alpha
did that.
Academy is not going to be able to have your back on this one.
Ain't enough.
That's
Ain't
not
enough.
enough.
Because Bronson Reed had already put Otis down. We've seen that. So
And Nakazawa ain't going to be the one to save you, brother.
it sure ain't.
Especially if you don't took the boogie out of him. He can't
You're
dance no
right.
more. Oh well.
Right. You done ruined his dance spirit. That's a wrap.
Yep.
I,
Uh, shoot. So after pounding and ground pounding and beating Sami Zayn's ass, Bronson Reed does the tsunami off the top rope all over Sami Zayn, just flattened him. He was dead as far as the rest of the night goes. Chad Gable picks up the belt, stands over him real quick. And Bronson Reed, Death Valley Driver and Chad Gable, and he stands over both of them with the title. I said, okay, so this is about to be a triple threat match, and it might be on Backlash.
it might be. It might turn into that. And I wouldn't be surprised because they definitely need to bolster this pay per view. It's the first one after Mania. And we want to see some action, man. And just playing them down, we want to see title changes too. Honestly, like
Need a couple of them.
I'm not gonna use this time to talk about Cody Rhodes. That's what Friday's show is for. Because in my heart and soul, and I'm sure you probably feel the same way. Everybody want AJ Styles to win this title,
Yep,
but anyway,
yep.
on
That's
the
yep, wrong show, but yeah, your sentiments are the same as mine for sure. After that, we had the APA come out to announce the third round of picks.
wow, 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 wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow, wow,
fresh
wow,
off a couple of beers, playing poker in the background, cigar smoke
wow.
flying.
A couple dams later,
hmm Real quick, they jumped into it. Raw takes all of LWO,
boom,
including Carlito.
man. And that was the thing we was talking about, especially after what happened.
Right.
So
That's
what does
very
that
interesting
mean?
that they still lumped him into the LWO draft. So is he not kicked out of the LWO, or is it going to? Well, the draft picks and everything is locked in on Monday, and with them being on Raw, we'll definitely see what's going to happen with Carlito.
Man, because we was talking about that heavy. Kind of remember how we was talking about the situation with damage control too,
Yep.
taking them titles and all that. So we gonna see what's going on here. Oh, do you want 500? Yeah, go ahead and donate it, man. Small world. You go if that's what you want to do. We'll take it.
Appreciate it.
We ain't doing nothing crazy for it. So go ahead and donate it. So like I said,
All
we'll
we're gonna
take
do is go on to this next draft pick.
it.
SmackDown went ahead and took Legado del Fantasma, so they finally splitting up the Luchadors,
Yeah, luchadors.
and we ain't
Mhm.
got to worry about LWO and Legado del Fantasma fighting for 4 or 5 months to no conclusion. It looks like they
Man,
separated the Luchadors, and that's probably the best thing for
and,
them, so they can
and we
go on and do
called it
something.
here though. I said, hopefully this was the last match we seen, and by God, that was the last match we saw. Thankfully.
Absolutely. And then for Raw's second pick in the third round, finally, I don't know why they were sleeping on him, but they finally picked up Drew McIntyre.
Man,
And
fresh off a new deal, Triple H gave him a couple M tickets, and it took that long for him to be drafted, bro. Bro, he should have went to SmackDown where he'd be appreciated.
yeah, but SmackDown did grab Shinsuke Nakamura, who I'm still a huge fan on. I don't care how much they home, that nigga Nakamura is dangerous. And if he gets on a run or a tear, don't be surprised if it lasts for quite a while.
No, you couldn't be. And hopefully that's the case, man, because you and I are both fans, big fans of Shinsuke Nakamura, and we've been saying he should have had world heavyweight gold. Because
Yep.
how do you have a king of strong Styru? Styru, you heard how I said it, Styru. It's not racist, ain't nothing. It's how it's pronounced. King of strong Styru. How do you have the king of strong Styru with the Kinshasa and he ain't been champion?
I don't
10
know.
champion. Like,
I
stop
don't know,
playing
but
with me.
it's things are going to change around here. Nakamura was the final pick, so third round again. Legado del Fantasma, Drew McIntyre on Raw. I'm sorry, LWO and Drew McIntyre on Raw. Legado del Fantasma, Nakamura over on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre is pissed that he was drafted in the third round. Uh, Starts talking all his smack, and CM Punk's music hits. Drew McIntyre turns around looking at the apron, ready for CM Punk to come out. CM Punk is off in the skybox as far as possibly could be from
Man,
Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre said, "Okay, that's where you are. I'm coming to find you," and took off. After that, Chad Gable in the back tells Otis and Nakamura go out there and win us some championships. He said, "What are you doing?" Maxime Dupree was like, "Oh, I'm just getting hyped for my match because I got some
right.
momentum. You see, I got 2 eliminations during that women's battle royal." He was like, "Oh yeah, well show me your title. Oh,
Man.
you don't have one,
Mm,
so you didn't win, so you're a loser. What do you want a
exactly.
participation? Listen, stop all that. You need to go ahead, get your head on straight, and you two need to go out there and win me some championships." And that was the deal that he cut with our truth to get them boys tag team title match.
Boy.
Oh,
And moving to the next segment here while we still got a little time. Oh, well, yeah, we've been burning the bread.
hey, I told you it was packed raw, man. So let's
Boy.
pick it up. Very next match, Candice LeRae versus Maxime Dupree. Uh,
I'm
combing through
sorry.
that match. I'm not going. Yeah, I'm combing through that match. I'm like, what happened? What happened? What happened? Candice LeRae won. I said, okay.
Man, and that's it, bro. And she'll continue to be underwhelming, and that's just what it is. Who cares? I'm sorry,
And
Candace
from
LeRae.
those two
And
ladies,
this
I'm
ain't a
sorry.
sexist thing either, y'all, because y'all know me and Code are big fans of the women division. Candace LeRae, you just don't have it. You ain't got it.
I'm sorry. It's the same thing I do with a JD McDonough match. If it's a singles match, I could comb right through that shit. Like, what are you talking about? Let's see how you lose this one, nigga.
I'm trying to tell you.
And the only reason I comb through that match because I don't care who wins or who loses. It's not for anything. You're not doing anything during the match. Let bygones be bygones. And good God, get the hell up out of here. Candice LeRae go ahead and wins that match. Drew McIntyre finally hunts down the skybox that CM Punk was in. CM Punk nowhere to be found, but left a
As
signature,
traditional.
left the autograph picture of CM Punk up in the skybox. And then his music hits, and he's already in the ring. I said, okay, CM Punk playing mind games now. He's just making it worse for himself. And then he said some stuff that I was like, okay, CM Punk, I kind of like how you said that. But you're absolutely right. He's just a promo. CM Punk says, "You wished and you hoped and prayed that I would get injured, but I injured you. I fractured your elbow." Said, "Losers hope and pray things happen, and winners get things done." I said, "Okay, that's cute. Let's see how that helps you when you actually in the ring and have to take the even flow DDT." Then, like,
Exactly. That's what
let's
I'm
see
saying.
how that
Take any
works.
move. Golly, you effing bum. Dude.
Boom. Right after that, Teddy Long and Alondra Blaze come out to announce the fourth round picks. Um, Good God, the fourth round. Even though they were first in the fourth round, the fourth round is when Judgment Day gets drafted or retained on Raw.
Right, and when we say Judgment Day, we're not talking about Damon Priest because he was never on the table. He was already on Raw. We're talking
Right.
about the fillers: Finn Balor, Dominic, and JD
JD
McDonough.
McDonough, yeah. And
But
I guess at this point, Mommy too, since she had to vacate that belt.
Mommy wasn't mentioned. I was just about to say that. You took it right out of my mouth.
Mommy was
Ma,
not mentioned in
she
that
was
draft,
not
huh?
mentioned in the Judgment Day draft.
Interesting. Very
Very,
interesting.
very.
All
So
right.
what further speculation on that later.
Yeah, for sure. SmackDown went ahead and retained Naomi as their first pick in the fourth
and
fourth round.
and what I told you, they was gonna keep the big three together. You got to do it.
Bro, SmackDown's women division is tilted.
It's in the words of their counterpart, it's Raw.
It's tilted. It is tilted. Then we have Ilya Dragunov from NXT drafted over to Raw, and you said it. If anybody's going to replace old boy in Imperium, it's got to be Ilya.
It's
And it
gotta
looks
be
like
him.
them stars are slowly starting to align.
Yeah,
Absolutely. The last pick for SmackDown in the fourth round was Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens. I said, "Oh my God, their women's division is they're
stacked,
going to have the women's division." I'm sorry, SmackDown is just going to have the women's division because at this
stacked,
point, their roster is so stacked on one
stacked.
side. Survivors, I feel bad for them women in Survivor Series or Raw. I feel bad for you. I feel
Don't
bad for
see how
because
you couldn't, man, because it's a wrap, bro. You got the top three women in all of women's wrestling, the big threes there. You got a whole bunch, and not even fillers. You got Stratton. then you anyway.
you got Nia Jax, you got
I
Stratton.
wasn't trying to bring up Nia Jax because, like I said, she's the future women's champion, and then you got the big three. And like I said, bro, if Triple H don't wise up and look at Tony Khan product and get this trios belt, he's faking,
He's faking.
booty shaking.
So again, Judgment Day and Ilya Dragunov to Raw, Naomi and Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens over to SmackDown. Next match was Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. And
Boy,
goddamn, Liv Morgan, very impressive. Very impressive showing against Nia Jax. I mean, it didn't look like there was no point in the match where I was like, okay, well, she's just getting ragdolled. She was throwing everything out.
moving around
She started reminding me of AJ Lee when AJ Lee used to fight because her little ass was a scrapper and then she would be all over you like they said on Talladega Nights. She's like, I'm gonna be all over you like a spider monkey.
like a
And
spider monkey.
goddamn, Liv Morgan was all over Nia Jax like a goddamn spider monkey, man.
I'm trying to tell
She,
you, like a wombat on a club sandwich,
she
or
even powerbombed Nia Jax off the second rope, bro.
I know.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, and
Telling them,
then
but this goes to show you, this is another shout out to Nia Jax, how good shape she got in to start letting people hit these other moves on her and shit. It's just showing you where she's going and how hard she's working to become champion.
yep. For sure, for sure. Liv Morgan hits her finishing move off the rope and pins Nia Jax clean. 1, 2, 3. We're not gonna say anything about Naomi disrespecting Tiffany Stratton in the background. Tiffany Stratton was sitting ringside just watching the match. Naomi came out of nowhere, got to jumping on her and all that. Nia Jax even pushed Naomi off the side of the ring, which Liv did take use to get to advantage, but there was no DQ
Right,
call. There was no outside interference, so to speak. Nia
right,
Jax engaged in an outside activity, took her eye
right.
off the prize, and Liv Morgan capitalized. And I said, championship moves, Liv. Championship moves. I
And
love it.
like she told Becky at the beginning of the night, it is the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. And once, like I said, Nia Jax was solidified on that Raw roster, once that match happened, you knew that Nia was going to put her over. Because you got to
Absolutely.
have somebody who can fight Becky for that belt. Like, I feel like that title's in more flux than the SmackDown Women's title. Because once Naomi fight Bayley for it, and they let Bayley retain, it's only a matter of time before Nia Jax take it off her, like she did before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye on them women from SmackDown. Absolutely. Um, because we're at 53 minutes, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. The Dudley boys come out to announce the fifth round picks for the draft. Raw's number one pick in the fifth round was Xavier Woods and
Go ahead and say.
SOS
It was Kofi
Kofi
King.
Kingston. Yeah,
Oh,
Kofi Kingston.
he done messed up the new day energy I was about to drop, but it's still the new
Ooh,
day.
dang. I was more worried about Xavier Woods not even going to be able to make it to the draft. The way Gunther broke him in half.
Boy, you
Yeah,
ain't
but
lying.
Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, they get drafted to Raw. Then Pretty Deadly gets
Pretty
drafted to
deadly.
SmackDown. Haven't seen too much Pretty Deadly here as we were been covering around the Mac. All I know
Because
is
it's just like Fandango and what's his name, bro.
in the Rosebud.
Yeah. Anyway,
We'll see. We'll see what they do. They're good enough to get drafted, even though it's the fifth round. So we'll see what's going on with them. Another NXT star gets drafted to Raw. Lyra Valkyria. Valkyra
Valkyra.
from NXT
Mm-hmm.
coming up over to Raw, and then Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell get drafted over to SmackDown. Now, the only reason I'm interested about that is because I want to see this dark side of Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae has taken her on that journey. That's the only thing that I could say she contributed to that team. Um,
Yeah.
so if we get
And
a heel tag team out of them, then I'm looking forward to it. Um, next match, Awesome Truth versus the Alpha Academy for the tag titles.
uh,
Awesome Truth went ahead and sealed up that deal
I'm
with the
trying to
Truth
tell
Special
you what,
finale, shut it
uh,
down. Our
dude.
Truth still on the streak, baby.
Dude, like I said, man, we want to talk about somebody who just make you smile, man. Like you said, Truth Crushing finale, zigzag meet stuff, skull crushing finale. It's an automatic rap move. Bring us the belt, sir. This
Yep.
streak continues.
We have 55 minutes, 50 this done here. Nick Aldis and Adam Pierce come out to wrap things up with the sixth round picks. Sixth round picks start off with the Final Testament, drafted
Hey,
the Raw. DIY going over to SmackDown.
man, which is good for them because they give
Yep.
them new tag team titles to go after, and they're believable to go ahead and beat Austin Theory and the other boy. Because I mean, it's Triple H and Shawn Michaels, so I mean, for crying out loud,
For crying out loud. Bronson Reed gets drafted to Raw, and Blair Davenport, which
man,
is
and I was shocked that well, not that she got called up because she's a great wrestler. Oh, that thunder cracking! But
yeah,
I was
yeah,
just surprised that they took her right there in the draft because I feel like that's somebody who could have just fell to your show, but that's a whole different story.
absolutely. So Blair Davenport, yet another NXT star, drafted over to SmackDown. And those were the final picks of the night, at least on the televised show. Again, it was Final Testament and Bronson Reed to Raw, DIY, and Blair Davenport over to SmackDown. And we had the main event, six-man tag match, Jay Uso, Rico Chet, and
And La
Andrade.
Luchador,
And
I'm
La
sorry.
Luchador, Andrade, Cien Almas versus JD McDonough, uh, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day. My God, that mark that the championship rings left on the side of JD McDonough's face
Full
had
up,
that boy concussed the whole match so much so that he fucked up the South of Heaven. Had Damian Priest had Jay Uso up on the top rope, was about to choke slam him, and JD McDonough pushes Jay off and saves him basically, throws off the whole goddamn match,
man.
and Jay capitalizes, big splash, 1, 2, 3 to win the match. I'm like, God damn, JD McDonough, you are actively at this point trying to get your ass kicked out of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, not only get kicked out of Judgment Day, but get his ass kicked in general. It's about to be a wrap for JD McDonough. And speaking of raps, folks, we hitting the end of the night mark here. But
Yep,
that
yep.
that was your world review, straight out of Kansas City, straight out of Championship City, man.
It's in the books, people. Come
It's in the
Monday, all
books.
these drafts and stuff will be done. The rosters will be solidified, and we're gonna be moving on to see what's cracking. Judgment Day coming up around the corner. King of the Ring tournament starts next week. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan. Let's go.
It is, and we're gonna see you back here on Saturday with a SmackDown review and to get ready for the Backlash Watch Party. So make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
y'all tune in on Facebook. Make sure you tune in on YouTube and our special home on Rumble, man. Make sure they're out there, man, because we're gonna be there. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be drinks. We're gonna do what we gotta do, man. We're gonna have a good time while we here. And once
absolutely.
again, I'm that dude with the beard. That's your other host, Code Nameless, man. We rocking with you. We love you. We're gonna see you next time.
Love you.